And welcome on into another edition of Off the Wall here on Claves Online as we are going into to people's homes, to their offices, and we're taking a look around at a lot of the memorabilia as everybody is working from home these days and want to see what kind of finds we see on people's walls, on their shelves and whatnot. And for this episode, we welcome in from MLB.com. She is Jen Langosch. And Jen, I already see a lot of bats and balls behind you. I imagine that with all the baseball games that you've covered in your life, that we're going to have some good finds in your house.
I hope you enjoy. Welcome to my basement, Joe. This isn't necessarily my workspace. I have an office upstairs, but this is our sports basement slash now 2-year-old playroom. So you will see a little bit of a mixture of both as I take you around. But yeah, as you can imagine, I would say the majority of our stuff is baseball related. Let me start over here. This is our baseball wall.
Wow.
With this case being all autographed baseballs that my husband and I collected in our life. I am most proud of this top row of baseballs. These are all Hall of Famers. So I'll take you through who we have here. We had Tommy John, Tony La Russa, Chipper Jones, of course, I'm from Atlanta.
Nice.
Willie Mays. This was an autograph my mom got when she was a kid. Bert Blyleven, Frank Thomas.
Very nice.
Al Kaline.
That would go as you see behind me. I have the Frank Thomas picture and autographed bat along with a rookie card and some other. And then here, well, you're also a Georgia guy, Jen. I have, as you can see here, I have a big can of unopened Big Hurt beer.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, it's I don't want him to hear this, but it wasn't great, so I didn't really mind not opening that can.
Yeah, my family is from Chicago. So my mom is a White Sox fan. My dad is a Cubs fan. At least they grew up that way. So you will see little dabs of like White Sox and Cubs memorabilia throughout here because it was kind of part of my childhood.
Very nice.
Yeah, so from the baseballs, we take you over to a couple jerseys. This is Adam LaRoche, who I covered in Pittsburgh. And he actually autographed this for me without me asking for it or my knowledge. And he was somebody who I got to know really well and considered a good friend in this industry. So neat to having that as you come down like our basement stairs. My husband briefly worked for the St. Louis Rams. And so this was a gift that they were given as employees actually about a month before they left town. So it's very nice, but let's get our basement. Then these shelves are just full of all sorts of different collectibles that we have. A lot of bobbleheads, which I've collected over the years from working a lot of baseball games. Cardinals, other teams, a lot of sports books in our basement. My husband is a Colts fan. So we have the Colts represented down here. Of course, Peyton Manning. Take you over here, more Colts.
Is that a Battlehawk sign over there?
We do. We have a Battlehawk sign, so they are represented.
Vintage now.
Yeah, my husband actually went to one of the games, so he can say he was one of the few. Places that he has worked. Victor Oladipo basketball. He is a
nice.
fan. From the PGA Championship. Over, bring you to more bobbleheads. I have so many bobbleheads.
Oh wow.
Some collectibles, of course, a tomahawk from my days in Atlanta, books, lots of sports books, and more collectibles. And then along our wall, we just kind of have a collection of things. My husband has a Harry Carey personalized autograph, as well as David Stern. We've got our Indiana roots, or his Indiana roots, kind of represented here. Colts, Peyton Manning, Marvin Harrison, I think.
Yeah.
Take you over across our wall. Of course, we had to get something to represent the Stanley Cup champion Blues. So that was his gift for Christmas this year. That's hanging up there. This is something that I think is really cool because most people don't get these pins. These are pins from different baseball jewel events that I've worked. So these are pins given to press that cover different World Series. So it shows all the World Series I've covered. as well as all-star games and other kind of special events like the Little League Classic, the trip to Mexico, those sorts of things. So
Those
that
are
is,
really cool. Yeah, that's
yeah,
one I have. I have a handful of pins from Super Bowls. I got the one last year from the All-Star game in Cleveland, which was it's shaped like a guitar pick, so I thought that was pretty cool. But that's one thing that I kind of kick myself about is that I haven't collected pins from the events like I should have over the years. I feel like I've missed out on that. Those are some really nice ones.
yeah, because it's something that you can't just go and buy at a souvenir shop. All-star games, all the all-star games that I worked, those pins are represented here. So I finally, after years of just collecting them and kind of putting them in a box, I finally put them in a case. So
Very nice.
our baseball wall, stadium. So Turner Field with a little bit of dirt from Turner Field, which is no longer. We've got Busch Stadium, and we have PNC Park, which is the first ballpark where I covered as a beat writer. And bring you to our Cardinals wall. Obviously, the famous Sports Illustrated photo, all the cool rings that they give away, which I got a cool case for. You got to have Stan the Man in your basement if you live here. I love this photo with, at the time, all the living Hall of Famers. This is from my first trip to Cooperstown, 1998 induction ceremony. So got that framed. And this is something that's really cool to me, an autographed Hank Aaron. It's actually a graduation gift when I graduated high school from my aunt and uncle. So that is in our basement. Yeah, here's all the toys. And then last wall, my husband's mini bat collection. So most of the stadiums he has been to, as well as some cool events that he or I have attended. And that kind of brings you back to where we started.
That's really cool. I had a feeling that you were going to show us some really nice stuff with the amount of baseball that you have seen in your lifetime, covering the Cardinals and other teams as well. So we thank you for taking us around and giving us a tour. As well, we're, like I said, we're all stuck at home right now, and it's nice to see what other people have that means so much to them.
Yeah, thanks for coming in my home, and I am glad that it was somewhat clean when you called. So I guess I win for today.
Thank you very much, Jen.
Yeah, thank you.
We love talking to the president and chairman of Ameren, Illinois. He is Richard Mark.
Emergency Operations Center acts as kind of a central command center, and everything is dictated from there. They tell the crews that are out in the field where to go, where the main breakers are to go to de-energize the line, and then they verify that that line is closed, and they're able to tell 500, 600, 700 people that are working out in the field exactly where to go to make the proper repairs to get our system back on in a storm situation.